everybody. This is Jeff, Altcoin Buzz. Here we go. All right, so the first coin I want to talk about today is rivets. Fresh off an ICO, hit the market September 26th. It has pretty much done nothing, and as far as price action from when it hit the market at, let's see, 73 cents. And today, here it is at 67 cents. Hasn't done anything of interest, but I'm watching it like a hawk. I participated in its ICO, and well, I shouldn't say it hasn't done anything because today there was a big pump and a dump, which is something that we don't necessarily like to see because that was short-lived. And actually, that kind of stuff, I don't really know how to perceive it, but it's a pump and dump. Now, as far as this actual technology goes on the blockchain, the decentralized and mobile cybersecurity token. So they want to secure the hardware on your devices. And so that's why I'm really interested in this coin, because I like what they're up to. Rivets aims to deliver provable cyber controls for you to use while accessing the services you use daily. With a decentralized trust model, we can help you easily access services securely without relying on third-party apps to have the proper measures in place. We do this in 3 steps: register your device, verify your device, transactional attestation, and proof. Rivets has an infrastructure that will record the details of all riveted transactions. Each transaction will have proof that the device that authorized the transaction was in compliance with the requirements you set. In today's day and age, this is really important as you're going to be doing business with your mobile wallet, your voice, you don't know who's listening, storage, cloud authentication. You can see how this kind of technology is going to be really important, and it's going to go up. This is a great price. I mean, the fact that you're looking at a coin that didn't drop like most at ICOs. When they hit the market, they drop and then they pick back up. Sure, it's dropped 5 to 7 cents since it hit the market, but more than anything, this one I'm watching and I'm telling you guys about it. As you can see, the technology behind this token, watch the video. I'm not going to play it here because it'll be loud, but check the white paper. Do your own research, and the more you'll discover about this particular coin, the happier you're going to be that you just discover it by watching this video. That's why I put it number 1. Okay, number 2, OMG, Omise Go. We've talked about this one before, and I'm still watching it in November. It hasn't really done much since it took its initial spike back in mid-August, almost back to mid-August lows. Almost, we're $1 off, but point is, I'm watching this one. It's going to have its day. It's going to have its moment when it's going to shoot. And it's gonna have a rise like this where it goes from one, where it goes up basically, tenfold. It's gonna happen again. One of the big things about this coin that I like the most is its motto is "Unbank the Bank," which is cool. But here, I'm just gonna put it into real quick analysis. So, in Southeast Asia, where this company is located, the majority of people in Southeast Asia do not use banks. They do not deal with banks. They deal with paper, fiat, currency, money like that, hand-to-hand like that. But many people in Southeast Asia have smartphones. So think about it like this. If people in Southeast Asia are using their cell phones, but they're not transacting online because they don't have a bank account. And how do you transact online? You have to have a bank account. You have to put in your credit card. You have to put in your PayPal. You have to do something like that. But now these guys want to say, well, forget the bank. We're going to let people transact with cryptocurrency. So that's what their ambitions are. Omise Go is a public Ethereum-based financial technology for use in mainstream digital wallets that enables real-time peer-to-peer value exchange and payment services agnostically across jurisdictions and organizational silos and across both fiat money and decentralized currencies, designed to enable financial inclusion. Financial inclusion means bring more people into the market of, you know, basically Southeast Asia. They have a bunch of people using smartphones that are not transacting online. Designed to enable financial inclusion and disrupt existing institutions, access will be made available to everyone via the Omese Go network and digital wallet framework starting Q4 2017. We are now in Q4. So as they continue to deploy the Omese Go network, here in November, it could pop. December, it could pop, headed into 2017. If you don't know what Q4 is October, November, December. You know, 12 months divided by 4 is 3. So every 3 months is a quarter. This is Q4. And I'm saying that because some people might not know that. So no bank account needed. Okay, Southeast Asia. This company's out of Singapore, Omese. Okay, if you just look, you go through their website, it's more information. Operating in Thailand, Japan, Singapore, and Indonesia. So they're in Southeast Asia, and in order to get inclusion as a mainstream adoption, you're going to have to be in Southeast Asia to bring life to Southeast Asia, for those of you who've never been there. Vitalik, founder of Ethereum, is on here. You guys have probably heard of OMG. It's getting a lot of buzz. It's going to continue to get a lot of buzz, and it's going to go up from this price that it's at right now, $8.32. I've bought it as high as 10, bought it at 9. I loaded it up on Omese Go. I probably even bought it at these prices around here, 11. It's gone. Could it go down? Sure. But at some point, it's going to have a massive takeoff. And that massive takeoff is when, or if, and I say if, but I mean when they start bringing Southeast Asia into the market to transact online. When that day comes, they're going to be extremely successful and popular, and this is going to be huge. That's why so many people are amped up about it. All right, so moving on. The next one we have here is InvestFeed. Okay, guys. If you don't already know about InvestFeed, you better ask somebody. You know, that's saying, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Now, you've watched many YouTube videos, probably if you found this one, because my channel is growing. It just started about a month, like 2 weeks ago. But if you'll notice one thing, in those videos, they'll say, check me out on InvestFeed, and InvestFeed is getting a lot of attention. Okay. By the way, you can check me out on InvestFeed. I'd appreciate that if you'd follow me. Help me get more than 2 followers. But here's the thing I like about InvestFeed. Okay, sure, it's a brand new platform. There's all types of information on here. They've got an exchange too. They even have, I believe they're going to have an exchange. I think they don't have that yet, but I believe they're looking to build an exchange on here. I could be wrong, so don't get all upset if I'm wrong about that. But look at, just dig around. They got, look at that, on a social media website. Okay, it's like CoinMarketCap on a social, but it's social. You can like hang out, and honestly, they say it's still in alpha, and so they're ironing out some kinks with it. But it's kind of like a Twitter, but more cool. Okay. Anyway, you're going to be able to donate some of your tokens to people that if you wanted to like send them a InvestFeed token for a job well done, you can do that. It's just really cool. Look at this. You could just hang out here and get information and news and track the prices of coins. Okay. This is just cool. Anyways, the big thing that I like about it, besides that, is if you have a YouTube channel and you're just looking to post information, there's people hanging out here and engaging. Like me personally, I only have 2 followers, and if I just go to my profile, I have 2 followers, yet everything I posted has likes. So I'm getting engagements from people that I don't even know. So I'm getting exposure. 3 likes, 5 likes, 3 comments. And this is real. This isn't like, this isn't bots. These aren't bots. These are real people commenting. Okay? So this thing's going to be massive. I mean, it's like Twitter. Okay? But for investors of cryptocurrency. And the only way this thing works, if it's a forex platform, which it was before they were talking about other different markets, before that got into crypto, and then they went all in on crypto. But if it was anything other than crypto, this thing doesn't take off like it's going to take off. Because it's crypto and it's awesome, like Steam It, this platform right here is going to be massive, guys. Get in early. Okay, sorry. I'm being a little pushy right now, but that's how excited I am about this one. Okay, so whenever it goes down, like I'm like buy, like I'm loving it when it's at 5 because I'm buying. Because when it goes, it's gonna go. It's just gonna soar. I mean, 191 million. Oh my gosh, that is a low circulating supply. I don't know what their final supply is going to be. I hope it doesn't go too much higher than that, but it might. But this one's going to take off. At 6 cents, if it just goes back up to 10 cents, 9 cents, 10 cents, whatever, if it just goes back up there, I'm buying at 6. I mean, I'm almost doubling my money. I'm confident it's going to go up to 12. So I mean, this is what I said in my last video. If I wanted to if I had a full Bitcoin, which I don't necessarily have a full Bitcoin because I'm mining and doing other things with Bitcoin, and I don't quite. I got in. I didn't buy when it was at 400 like I should have. I didn't buy Bitcoin when it was at 400. I bought one actually, but anyway, if I had a full Bitcoin, I'd just put that full Bitcoin into this and double my money. I mean, that's what I'm saying, guys. Could it go to 2? Could it go to 3? Sure. And then you'll be like, I listened to this guy's advice. So do your own research. Get on the platform. See if you believe it. Sign up for InvestFeed. Check it out. Follow me. Talk to me. Hang out with me. Keep up on cryptocurrency. Follow your favorite YouTubers, which almost every YouTuber is getting on here. So InvestFeed, guys. It's awesome. Anyways, do your own homework. All right, Walton coin. Now, Walton is a wild one. I bought Walton around about here. 5. Okay. Most of the time they'd say don't buy it on the way up, but what I was assuming was going to happen was this one was going to go like Omese Go and just never come back down. I saw a similarity in this coin and Omese Go, except for Omese Go has I think 124 million in total supply. This one has 70 million. So if it pulled an Omese Go, it would be double. It would be like a 20. It would be like a right now it'd be like a $16 coin. Okay, because Omese Go's at 8. Now this would be maybe like a 15 or 14 or $15 coin. Okay, so at 5 I saw that kind of happening because it's a brand new coin. I mean, it hit the market 118 on August 27th. Just a little over a month old. Let's check it out, see what they're up to. Okay, I know these guys are out of China. That's why when you you have to translate it. By the way, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's rumors that China might be opening back up exchanges, but at a different, but more regulated, more secure, more control over it. So any subchain creation needs to consume Walton currency. With the Walton ecosystem continues to grow, there will be more and more businesses to join Walton ecosystem. Businesses need to consume a lot of Walton currency for the creation of all the subchain. The demand for Walton is money rising. Basically, these guys take their name, named after Walton, who passed away a few years ago, but he was the one who also brings in what it is, RFID. So If you're not familiar with RFID, it's a chip. Rights of the RFID chip. Open research and development with independent intellectual rights of the RFID beacon chip in the traditional RFID chip innovation and integration as a systematic encryption algorithm is expected to achieve the perfect combination of things in blockchain. Combined with the team on the radio frequency identification technology, garment industry integration solutions is expected to solve the traditional garment industry. For those of you who are not familiar with RFID, let's just do a quick. RF stands for radio frequency. So radio frequency identification uses electromagnetic fields to automatically identify and track tags attached to objects. The tags contain electronically stored information, passive tags. So this is that one that if you listen to conspiracy theorists, they say that if people are going to get RFID tags installed in them, that's what they're talking about, this kind of chip. This company is behind RFID. Okay, it's a technology. Here's the white paper. These guys are a big player. They are a big player. They're not coming into it as one of those coins that you're like, oh, okay, they're just trying to make a quick buck. These guys are in it to develop something. And so it's getting a lot of attention. I'm watching it into November. I'm watching all of these in November. These are all on my radar right now into November, into 2018. But I'm making this to show you the coins that I'm really excited about. Sure, there's more, but this is one of them. Okay, Walton, RFID. Now, guys, don't be surprised if this pulls back. I would wait. I wouldn't buy at this price. Okay, by the way, I'm not buying at this price. Like I said, I bought at this price. I think that's where you would probably want to buy it. Would I buy around 664? Possibly, but I'm not buying at this price. Who knows, guys? It could just take off from here, though. I mean, I think you could probably be patient with this one, and you don't necessarily need to buy it unless it comes into the five range. Now, because I bought it at 5, I mean, I'd probably load up more. I've actually bought in twice at 5, so Walton coin. And last but not least, Liske. Liske has just been, look at this, if we just look at the 1 month, feels like Liske just does not want to launch up. It's just kind of, it's like a rocket sitting on the launch pad, just kind of churning. It's like a jet sitting on the flight deck, just turning its engines and waiting for someone to just say, all right, go ahead and here's the signal. Go ahead and set the afterburners. Boom, launch that sucker. That's Liske. Liske has that kind of potential. See, when it says, the only thing I don't like about it is when they say circulating supply, but they don't say total supply. Like, what do they mean by that? Circulating supply? Is there a total supply? Because as you know, when you're looking at these coins, you need to pay attention to the circulating supply. That's why when people get all excited about Ripple, I'll do Ripple real quick just to show you why I pay attention to that. Now, this is for someone who doesn't know this, but people are all excited about Ripple at 23 cents. Like they're like, yeah, Ripple's going to go up to Ethereum numbers or some crazy number. Look at the total circulating supply, 99 billion. This isn't, even if it gets mainstream adoption, I mean, you're not looking at a $100 coin ever. You're not. This is like this is for small microtransactions. That's what this is. This is a microtransaction coin that's in there with the banks. This is not a store of value like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Sure, you can make some money in the short term. If you bought here at 18 cents, you could have watched it go all the way up to, it's been as high as 36. Yeah, sure, you could double your money, right? Okay, but there's many coins where you could do that. This just doesn't stand out to me as like an opportunity as a wealth creator. It will be. It's a good buying opportunity, and sure, you can make some money with it. Yes, and you could be a very. It's a very conservative play, and it's probably a safe play for sure. Especially when it was at 18. I mean, that was a when it was hovering around 18. That was when you wanted to buy it, and when it went to 15, I mean, that would have been a great play too. There's many coins like this, yeah, but at 23, sure, it could go back up to 36. It could pass 36, and you could make a nice, uh, return. But if you're sitting here assuming that this is going to be a potentially the next Ethereum or a $99 coin or a $100 coin, I mean, look at the total supply and the circulating supply. So the circulating supply is what you're looking at here. But when you know the total supply is going to continue to go up, it's going to keep this price in check. So yeah, everyone is excited about Ripple. I get it, but it's not like buying Walton at $1 and watching it go up to, $7. Okay. So would you rather have a sevenfold return or or double your money on a conservative play? That's the question you have to ask. And like I said, just keep in mind what's circulating and what's going to be a total is going to keep this coin in check. Yeah, it's a conservative play and it's a good investment. This is a safe play, guys. This is a safe play right here. But I'm saying if for those of you who are looking for the wealth creator, like a Liske or a Walton or an InvestFeed or an MSAGO or a rivets. Rivets is one that rivets you could probably dump. Like look at the circulating supply on that, or total supply, 200 million. This is one that could be a $10, $11 coin one day. Okay, something like this is what you're looking for. You're looking for this to have some price action like Omese Go. Look at the price. Look at it. Look at OMG here. 56 cents. I mean, that's in the rivets range, right? Now, it's not necessarily got the same kind of a pop or appeal to it, but it could. And then it just shoots up, 11.48. That's kind of what you're looking for in a coin like or in an opportunity like rivets or any of these new ICOs. I'm not saying that they have this. I'm not comparing them to Omese because Omese is completely different. They're actually involved in finance, whereas Rivets wants to protect your online transactions and all that. But back to Liske. Got off on a little tangent there. If we just look at the 1 month price action, it's down. This is a buying opportunity for Liske, no doubt about it. If we look at the year where Liske has been, I mean, the only thing that you might want to keep an eye on is 522 and 516. So it broke past resistance. And what I mean by that, if you're looking at a head and shoulders graph, for those of you who don't know, you have your 455. There you go. Okay. So if it breaks the 455, see, that's why you got to zoom in. If it breaks 445 or 455, 441, that's when you should be concerned about or assume that it's going to go, you don't know where it's going to bottom out. It could come back down here and find resistance. But head and shoulders is basically, this is like the shoulder area where it was low. This is where it's high, and this was its low again. So you're looking at these lines right here where the resistance is. So it broke past that. It broke past that right there, but it hasn't gone past this. Well, this was the China FUD, China news. Okay, but anyway, let's talk about Liske more in detail. I'd buy it at 515, no doubt. I've bought it at that price actually, and I'll continue to buy it at that price. It would be nice if it went lower than that because that would just prepare me more for the launch. Decentralized blockchain applications will be built on Liske from the ground up in pure JavaScript and take advantage of powerful Liske APIs. This is like an Ethereum, guys. So Ethereum's a lot older than this, but Liske is basically saying like, okay, Ethereum, I see your cards, and I'm gonna raise you 5. Okay, could Liske outpace Ethereum? No, probably not. Ethereum has got Vitalik, and Vitalik is he's in it. He's in it to take it to the next level. But could it happen? Yes. So at 550, if you could buy Ethereum at 515, knowing what you know about the price right now, what an investment, right? Download our wallet. You can download the wallet. Okay, that's not really too neat, too unique. Learn more. Nowadays, we have Apple's App Store and Google's Play Store, both centralized solutions owned by corporations for centralized application. The Liske Foundation believes in decentralized future. In order to achieve Liske strives to make blockchain technology accessible for everyone by building a blockchain application platform, likewise for users and developers. So just like you have iOS and you have Android, now you're going to have Liske on the blockchain. You're going to have Ethereum on the blockchain. And these, like you can build apps on Apple, iOS, you can build apps on the Liske platform. So let's just say in Android's case, I don't believe Google founded Android, but they acquired Android. Apple obviously built iOS, but you get the idea here, guys. I mean, yeah, you've had, I think Microsoft, the Microsoft cell phone that just never got going. And there's other cell phones that just never got going. This one, the reason I say this one's like a rocket ship ready to take off is because at some point in time, there's going to be an interest in this technology. Whether this one is one to win the race and keep up with Ethereum, it could be just a great platform that's built, but it never gets going. But it will have its moment where it pops. It goes up. And that's what I'm saying is, when this one takes off, I'd probably sell most of my holdings and hold on to a couple positions. But just because I'm not so convinced that this is going to be the one that's going to be the long-term solution, but it will have its day where it pops, in my opinion. And that's why I'm buying in at 515, because at some point it's going to go up to, I'm saying I could see this going at least over 15 in the short term at some point. Or I could be way wrong and it could never go anywhere and go to 2. But welcome to the world of investing in cryptocurrency. Okay, there are a couple things that are not impressive about this, like their website. They don't have a lot of things on here that, well, I mean, let's check out their team. Okay, so there's their front-end developer. Their shirts, for example. Those shirts, I mean, what's going on with these shirts, guys? Let's get some cooler shirts. They do have a lot of country influence, it appears, at least in the United States, Australia, Russia, China. Obviously, China exchanges are playing a factor in that. These collaborations, those are interesting to keep an eye on. I don't know much about those collaborations, though. But their team looks, they have a big team. Now, I don't know if all these people are in an office working their butts off for this cryptocurrency or for this platform, this decentralized blockchain. But yeah, I mean, their website, if you've built websites before, you know this is a simple website. So I'm not saying that the website's important, but I mean, it doesn't stand out as a game changer, that's for sure. So that's one of the things that make me concerned about them. I do believe they will have their moment where they will shine, and they will get that rocket ship launch on the price action, I think. It's got the potential to be like I said, like I described, a jet sitting there turning its engines before it launches. it's got that potential, but guys, do a better job with your website, though. I mean, this website is basic. For those of you who want to see a cool website, I'll just give you an example of another coin that is, I'm not going to do just a talk about, but you can take a look at this one. These guys, see, these guys might be, maybe I should have mentioned them more than Liske, because these guys are a rocket ship. But I'm only announcing 5 iota. But look at this website. Now, you could tell that some thought went into this, like a lot of moving parts. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, you don't have to have flashiness to succeed, but I mean, put your best foot forward and get our attention, right? Especially if you're talking about, but then again, Apple's website isn't anything special, right? Neither is Google. If you look at Google, you'd be like, oh, that's simple, right? But you get what I'm saying, guys. I mean, that website is just very simple, and to be talking about building applications on their platform, if they can get some of these other countries to participate in building applications on their platform, that's what you got to keep an eye on with Liske. Okay, but I'm keeping an eye on it heading into November for sure. Even if we can get a pop, I wouldn't sell. I'm waiting for a pop, like a real pop, to 10 to 15, honestly. But they're supposed to also be doing a rebranding that's got pushed back, change the logo. I think they're going to change their website. So, I mean, they've got a big market cap. They've got some money behind it. So, should be interesting to see what happens. Very interesting. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.